Okay, let's have another game. It's an FM 2166. So actually, let's try maybe a Marshall Gambit or something different to the usual French, which is not going to be possible now. Okay, so we have other territory. Pardon me. Okay. Only D4 here. Opens up the game a bit. Not too stodgy. Maybe a 95 cheeky. It's G4. Just H5. Sport knight G4. Fishing pole. D6. D6 and what about this knight? So the queen comes at H4. Maybe D6 and then vicious attack. I'll try and go on some queenside. He's spoiling all fun. What about G5 here? Though, does that keep the fun? That blocks in my queen. I'll just D6. D6 for the moment. So H3, I'll just leave it. Maybe C6, Queen E7, Bishop D7, Castle Queenside. So C6, depriving D5 square would be handy. Unfortunately, I've just allowed Knight D5. I'm going to lose my dark square Bishop. This one I play Bishop C5. Okay. Fishing pole it is against an FM. So, actually, Queen F6. What about Queen F6? Eyes both F4 and D4. Bishop D4, Knight F3 threatened to win the Queen. So Queen F6, yeah. Now that there's no Knight D5, that makes more sense anyway. C6, Queen F6. So this is going to get my opponent thinking, at least, which is good in Blitz. It's dangerous to them. Open up the rook, activate the rook. So Queen F6, Bishop D7, Castle Queenside. Looks dangerous to me. Let's see. The idea is Queen D2, Bishop G5. Queen F6, Queen D2. Say there's Bishop D4. So that might be out of the question. Say Bishop retreats. Let's say G3, that might be H4. This all looks pretty good. Say it retreats over there, then fine. Maybe even F2 is vulnerable. Maybe just Bishop D7 there. So I think White is looking passive here. Oh! Okay. Okay. Bishop D4, Knight F3 of G3. This looks really dangerous, mating on H2. The bishop's blocking H2. Bishop D4, Queen D4, Knight F3. We're just winning the Queen. Bishop E5, Queen H4. Threatening Queen H1 mate. No rook E1, Queen H1 mate. G3, Queen H2 mate or Queen H1 mate. So say Knight F3, G takes. And then say Bishop E5, then again Queen H4. He's just accepted the fishing pole. Knight F5 deprives Queen H4. So say Knight F5, Bishop F5, Bishop E5 again, Queen H4. If E takes, Queen H4. If G3, we just said Bishop D3. So why has he accepted this? This looks really dangerous. So Rook E1, Queen H4, King F1 evacuation attempts. Maybe that's why. Okay. Okay, evacuation attempt time. There isn't G3, Bishop G3, Queen H4, King F1. What about just Queen F6 here? Threatens other stuff. More modest Queen F6. Surprise move, Bishop G3. Would we go in for this? Just take on G2. Looks pretty dangerous. Yeah, I'm going for it anyway. So King F1, just Queen H1, Queen G2, Rook G1. There's Bishop D3 and Knight F3. Takes pawn, dangerous. Takes on G7, Queen H1, King E2. How about G3 for Bishop G4? G3 looks dangerous. Bishop G3, Queen H1. Bishop G4, F3, Queen G2, and then taking on F3. So I think G4 opens up the bishop. This bishop for Bishop G4. On F3 and Queen G2 and just take on F3. So Bishop G3, Queen H1, King E2, Bishop G4, F3, Queen G2, and then taking on F3. So that's better. That's an improvement to liberate this bishop positioning, just positional bishop in the midst of the attack. Think about strategic goals still. This bishop. Okay. Oh, although there's going to be a queen sack if Bishop G4 immediately, because my queen's in pre. So I have to keep this position, I think, with Bishop G4 now as a major threat. So he's only got a minute to defend this, but Bishop G4 looks pretty vicious. King D2. Maybe I can play Queen. I don't know, Queen sat there. Oh! Am I completely wrong about this position? He's going to defend it easily. I could try and just take and castle queenside. Okay. This isn't what I envisaged, for sure. But the attack could continue here. Maybe Rook H2, Bishop H2, Queen F2. Rook H2 looks dangerous. Continue. It's got another escape square coming up. There's Bishop F2. Get some more material compensation. The rooks are not coordinated anyway. Okay, another rook. Get the rook on the 7th. So maybe Knight C4 is going to be dangerous. Knight F3. Knight F3. I'll check here. We're taking on F5. There's, I think check. I don't want to lose D6 particularly. So D5 here. Or Knight F3. Maybe Knight F3 and then there's Knight D2. Knight F3 protects. There's still Knight D6 and there's Rook D6. Okay, what about D5 first? D5 first. So I want to play Knight F3, maybe Knight D2 check is dangerous. He's got no major threats with that, has he? Got Knight D2 for Rook F1. For Rook E7. Okay, can I just take and back? There's no back row at the moment, no. Okay, what about just doubling? Just doubling. Okay. Okay, Knight D2s or just B6. Maybe B6 is more annoying. So Knight D3, maybe just centralize. Okay. C5 now. Just trying to keep the pressure going. He's only got 17 seconds anyway. So what, A6 and B5 or just Queen A4 here? Oh, there's Queen F3, there's Queen C2. Okay, back to B4. Queen D3, the Queen comes off D3. He's only got 9 seconds. So I don't know. Just maybe A5, A4 looks. Or Rook C2. Okay, Rook C2. Oh, he's resigned. Alright, let's have a look at that. That looked just too dangerous for white. So sort of fishing pole variation based on his opening. So it was kind of cheeky and paid off. So he dared make a run for it in the Blitz game. That's just a lot of pressure to deal with. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.